Leann, I'm half surprised to see you sitting here, judging by some of the internet chatter this week. Just a quiet one?
Just a normal week on the internet, I guess. No, you're stuck with me for a while yet, I'm glad to say.
We're a few weeks into the new season. How do you reflect on things, maybe start off the park?
Yeah, I mean, we've had a busy summer off the park as well as on the park, so I think it's important to talk about stuff like the access control system. A big piece of work over the summer, and I think we'll see the benefit of it. Definitely see the benefit of it, using it for supporters going forward. It has been a bit of a tricky installation. We don't quite yet have everything that we want out of it, but we're working hard to get that resolved. So our sincere apologies to everybody who's been inconvenienced in one or two of the matches, but I don't think we're far away now, and hopefully we'll see a real benefit in that going forward, mobile ticketing, etc.
Can you explain the thinking behind making that investment and bringing in the new technology?
Yeah, I mean, obviously we always want to be at the forefront of new technology. We also want to improve the matchday experience. That's important. Supporters have fed back to us already that, matchday ticketing, etc., the barcoding, and really the system that we had is, the best part of 10 years old, and technology takes leaps every 10 months, never mind every few years. So it was important that we addressed that, and that was feedback that we've had. That's been done now, and I think you'll see real benefits in that. Commercially, it'll be fantastic for the club as well. It lets us be more flexible, and supporters will see a much improved matchday experience. We're just kind of doing the kind of fine-tuning on it at the minute, so it'll get better.
So a bit of short-term pain for long-term gain?
Yeah, and listen, of course you want it working 100% by the time you start the stadium, but it's actually been a big piece of work. Our partners have been excellent trying to troubleshoot it with us, and our team here have worked really hard. So hopefully, as I say, we're almost at the end of it now.
The bit that we're all really interested in, the football on the pitch, how do you look back on the first few weeks? Yeah,
I think it's fair to say that we've been excited about the season. I think we've definitely been excited about the recruitment and the organisation and everything to go with that. But it's also fair to say that I think there's been aspects of some of the performances, I think, where we could have done better, and I think we want to do better. And I think nobody more than Paul and the guys want to improve on that, and I know they're working hard to do it. So I think all in all, you have to be as positive as we always are, and looking forward to the matches to come. So I think we've had a strong transfer window, and reflecting on that, I think we've done our business nice and early. Probably a bit early for supporters, because obviously much of it was done by the end of June, but that was tactical, and we wanted that completed so that the players could get to know each other, and Paul would get the most time he could to get to know them and for them to know him as much as that. But that brings its own pressures, because when you do your work and do your business early, I think there's an expectation that other things happen. But I think we are, again, we're looking forward to this season. It's early yet. I know we can improve, and I'm sure we will.
No team really in the country's come flying out of the traps. Do you think that's maybe just reflective of players gelling and coming together as a group?
Yeah, I mean, we've changed 9 players. That's a bit unusual for us. That's and they're all first team players, not just squad players. They're all part of a kind of small, tight group. And again, that was a real decision from the football department to try and bring in some better quality players, or good quality players, and have a smaller, tighter group. And I think it's testament that they've managed to do it. They did it early, and I think the players that we brought in, we have high expectations for, because they had other opportunities. Many of them have been good championship players, played at high level, played lots of games in good leagues. But it's early. We're in match 4, I think it is, of the league campaign coming towards us at Motherwell. We know we need to improve. I think Paul and the players know it, and they want to improve. So we're looking forward to the matches as they come, and transfer window is kind of almost upon us as well. So I think we'll see where things settle out when that's closed.
And the other change to your working life is you're now obviously working alongside Ron. How's that been in the early stages?
No, it's been excellent. It's been a fantastic experience so far. I met him prior to obviously the transaction happening at the club, and the energy and enthusiasm was there at that time, and certainly that's not changed. It's really good to have a bit of a different perspective, a bit of a different piece of experience, and he's his enthusiasm for the club is it's there for everybody to see. And he's been over a number of times, and I speak to him probably 2 or 3 times a week in person, and we try to structure that so that there's lots of contact and feedback. And obviously there's digital text and whatever, so we're WhatsApping. But it's been a brilliant experience so far, and I'm really looking forward to. I think we talk about a transition in the club and a new phase and a new opportunity. I think we've got opportunities both on and off the pitch, and that's a bit now that we've focused a lot on football, and football will always be at the heart of everything that we do, but I think there's other opportunities for us there, and we're on in his determination, his drive and his direction. I think we can be much better.
And obviously we've not said too much so far, but internally a lot of conversations, a lot of healthy debate. We'll hopefully have more to share in the coming weeks and months about the direction of travel.
Yes, what do we want to do? We want to make the match day better for supporters. I think I think everybody would want to do that. I think we've now got the opportunity and the means to do that. So that's a big part of what we're looking at the minute. And driving revenue for the club. So being, I think, smarter than some of the work that we do on a commercial front, and maybe some of the work that we do in corporate Edinburgh, for example. So driving revenue and opportunities for the club to ultimately do what I think supporters will want us to do, which is to drive that revenue, to feed the club and to make the football department and the football team better. So I think that's where the opportunity for us is now. And you'll see we'll be back into the market in the next couple of weeks. We're going to be recruiting to strengthen our team at Easter Road, which I think has been a bit overdue. So we're looking forward to that. And then it's looking at the season on and off the pitch in a really positive way.
And finally, we asked supporters to back the team this year in terms of season ticket sales. How are we?
Brilliant as ever, brilliant again, fantastic supporters stepping forward, and we're almost at 13,000, which I think for a club is tremendous. We want to go further, we want to push on, but just thanks to the supporters who have purchased their season tickets in advance and let us make some of these early decisions. And also just to say thanks for bearing with us in some of the growing pains around the stadium. As I said earlier, we want to get that sorted and push on with that. But lots to look forward to. We've got the quarter-final, the League Cup, in the not too distant future, so that's something I think for us to be looking forward to and focusing on. And let's not forget the women's team as well in the last 32 of the Champions League here at Easter Road. So we're all looking forward to that match, and I'm sure people, supporters will be out supporting them on the night. I certainly will.